Today we're ranking Rihanna's 8 studio albums, and let's be honest, it's really a game of inches. With sales of more than 250 million records worldwide, Rihanna is one of the best-selling music artists of all time. Rihanna began her musical career as a girl from Barbados, making music with heavy island influences and evolved into an undeniable international icon of dance, pop, and R&B. She ran the town, the game, and ran up the bag to a billion between her music and business ventures. And she's not done yet. But let's get back to where it all started and rank these albums. I'm QB for Culturalist Theory. Remember to subscribe for more content like this. Thumbs up if you like what you see, and I'll meet you in the comment section if you don't. Let's get to it. Number 8, Music of the Sun. Signed to Def Jam during Jay-Z's stint as president, Rihanna was fresh from Barbados, living in New York when she got to work on her debut album, Music of the Sun. Now we know artists spend their whole lives making their first album, and Rihanna is no different. The Bad Gal's Caribbean roots are woven through in each song, starting with her debut single, Ponder Replay, and we were feeling it. What Rihanna described as a fusion of reggae, hip-hop, and R&B with a little something different thrown in sent her to #1 on Billboard's dance club songs. Her second single, If It's Lovin' That You Want, wasn't as successful as Ponder Replay, but Music of the Sun could not be denied and debuted in the top 10. It has since sold more than 2 million units worldwide. Number 7, A Girl Like Me. Years before Rihanna was a desperado, she was unfaithful. On A Girl Like Me, released in 2006, Rihanna sings about the complexities of being a girl deciding how to be a girlfriend. From being desperately in love on the chart-topping SOS, serial cheating on Unfaithful, and the other singles, Break It Off and We Ride, you can definitely find a song to match your relationship status on this album. While still paying homage to her island roots, Rihanna also ventures deeper into traditional urban and R&B music. A Girl Like Me sold 115,000 copies in its first week, and soon after became Rihanna's first platinum album. Number 6, Talk That Talk. Rihanna's 6th album, Talk That Talk, was released in November of 2011 and further solidified Rihanna's hold on dance music. Originally slated to be a re-release of Loud, before realized that her fans deserve new music, and she delivered, working with producers like Calvin Harris, Stargate, No ID, Alex the Kid, and English duo Chasing Status. She successfully achieved a dance pop / R&B crossover album. The record-breaking lead single, We Found Love, featuring Calvin Harris, was #1 in 27 countries. British singer Leona Lewis and Pussycat Doll Nicole Scherzinger claim to each have passed on a song, and if you say who, you're wrong for that. We Found Love became Rihanna's longest-running #1 single on Billboard's Hot 100, topping the chart for 10 consecutive weeks, more than any other single released that year. Talk That Talk Deluxe sports 3 additional tracks, but even with just a standard release, it's a solid, well-rounded album. Remember, I said this was a game of inches. Number 5, Loud. Rihanna's 5th album, Loud, is a mix of everything we love about Rihanna's music. There's pop, there's dance, there's rock and R&B, there's island and urban. It's quite a feat to pull off so many sounds successfully, but with tracks like Only Girl in the World, What's My Name, Raining Men, Man Down, and Love the Way You Lie, you have to agree that she did. The red-haired Rihanna co-executive produced the album with music vet L.A. Reid and enlisted serial collaborators Stargate, Tricky Stewart, and Alex the Kid to serve as producers and songwriters on this album. Loud also features bars from Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Eminem to stack the deck even more. This album was so stacked that even Rihanna's rejected DJ Got Us Falling in Love became a #1 hit for Usher. Speaking of which, check out our video ranking Usher's albums. Number 4, Rated R. Rated R is Rihanna's 4th album and her first after her 2009 altercation with Chris Brown and all the attention and turmoil she encountered in its fallout. It's one of the few albums over the last several years with a true intro, a true outro, and a story to tell, and a nod to the media circus around her. The album kicks off with Madhouse beckoning audiences to enter her world, followed by telling us that the wait is over, and indeed it was. Rated R reveals a darker, more ominous side of the pop star, with songs like Russian Roulette, Wait Your Turn, Hard, and an international hit, Rude Boy. Rihanna shows more grit and more agency than she had to that point in her career. No longer the girl she portrayed on previous albums, Rihanna came into her own as a woman, and we were here for it. The album debuted at #4 on the US Billboard 200, and between the growth of Rihanna as an artist and a singular voice, Rated R lands on the top half of our list. Number 3, Unapologetic. Starting with the mega hit Diamonds, on Unapologetic, we got to see the many facets of Rihanna. Unapologetic is a more personal and heartfelt offering featuring again Diamonds, which was 6 times platinum and #1 in more than 20 countries around the world. Love Song featuring Future, the Pull It Up remix, Nobody's Business featuring Chris Brown, and Half of Me for my deluxe album listeners. She talks about her life in and out of the spotlight. The album cuts deep on tracks like Numb featuring Eminem, What Now, and the Grammy-winning Stay featuring Mickey Echo, where we got to look at an emotional and introspective side of Rihanna. Despite mixed reviews, Unapologetic is a fan favorite. It sold 238,000 units in its first week, and with that became Rihanna's first #1 album on the chart and best-selling debut week of her career. Unapologetic also went on to win the 2014 Grammy for Best Urban Contemporary Album. Number 2, Anti. Released after a brief hiatus from music, the one that was supposed to be a year but lasted a week before she was back in the studio. Obviously, her definition of hiatus has changed. Yeah, I said it. Anyway, Anti is Rihanna's first record following her departure from Def Jam and her first album to be released on her own Westbury Road record label in collaboration with Roc Nation. Rihanna served as sole executive producer on this one, and with her newfound creative control, Anti is Rihanna's most brooding and ethereal albums of all, showcasing the vocals and transparency fans have come to expect. There's also a good bit of genre bending that only Rihanna can pull off, like electro R&B, synth rock, and reggae pop. And she got back in her dancehall bag with Work featuring Drake that went on to #1. They call it a comeback single, but really Rihanna never left. She had 2 more platinum certified singles from this album with Needed Me and Love on the Brain. Other highlights include opening track Consideration featuring SZA, Desperado, and Sex With Me. Anti is a commercial success, giving Rihanna her second US #1 album. Anti also has the distinction of being the first album by a Black woman to spend 200 weeks on the Billboard Top 200. How can you beat that, right? Before we get to #1, go ahead and hit that thumbs up and subscribe to Cultureless Theory. #1, Good Girl Gone Bad. Good Girl Gone Bad is the pivotal album transforming Rihanna's image from teen pop princess to full-fledged international pop star. The music and lyrics were more edgy than anything she had done to that point. Her monster hit Umbrella featuring Jay-Z was originally intended for Britney Spears, then Mary J. Blige, but Music Man L.A. Reid was ultimately able to corral the song for Rihanna. Umbrella was the song heard around the world with 8 million copies of the single sold worldwide and topping the charts in 17 countries. Good Girl Gone Bad had less of the island sound than her first 2 projects, and instead gave high-octane dance numbers like Don't Stop the Music and Shut Up and Drive. There's also a neo track, Hate That I Love You, to give the album some R&B cred, and for my Good Girl Gone Bad Reloaded fans, there's another neo song, Take a Bow, If I Never See Your Face Again featuring Maroon 5 and Disturbia. The original Good Girl Gone Bad has sold more than 9 million copies around the world and is Rihanna's best-selling album in the country to date. So for reintroducing Rihanna to the world as the pop, dance, R&B star she was born to be, Good Girl Gone Bad is our #1. We hope that this list has gotten you even more ready for Rihanna's next project, as yet still TBA. Until then, let me know what you think in the comments below and whose albums or videos you think we should rank next. Beyonce, Mary J. Blige. Remember to like this video and subscribe to Cultureless Theory so you don't miss a list. Until next time, I'm QB. I'll see you then.